When we're solving for the surface area of a cone, we're introduced to something different than we've seen when we're doing, say, rectangular prism or sphere. We're introduced to this lateral slant height. And you may see this as a cursive L or an S to represent this length right here. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. When you're finding the volume of a cone, you're using this height, which is different. So really pay attention when you're looking at the diagrams that you're given to make sure you've got this height when finding surface area and this height when finding the volume. Okay, so I broke this up into a net, and it's very rough. It could look a little different than that, but basically you've got a circle, which is here, that's your base, and that is equal to pi r squared. The area is pi r squared, which is in your formula here. And then you've got this lateral surface area. So if you're asked to find just the lateral surface area, it's just this piece, which is just this right here. Okay, so we have enough information now that we can go ahead and solve a problem. So let's say radius is equal to 3 centimeters and the lateral slant height is equal to 6 centimeters. Okay, so now we can just plug this in. We've got pi, r is 3, so that's going to be 3 squared plus pi times 3 times the lateral slant height, which is 6. And then we have pi times 9 plus pi times 3 times 6 is 18. And now I can add 9 pi plus 18 pi, and we get 27 pi. And I'm switching the order here because this is how you normally write it, with the number in front of the symbol pi. And then that's going to be centimeters squared, and squared because it is area. Okay, and this is your total surface area of a cone. Okay, now this is your answer if they ask you to solve it in terms of pi, and that just means there's going to be pi in the answer, so it's just that. But very often they're going to have you use 3.14 for pi. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. 3 times 7 is 21. Placeholder, 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 times 3 is 6. So we have 8, 17, 2, 3, 4, and 8. And let's not forget our decimal, 1, 2. So we have 84.78 centimeters squared. And one thing that I like to do is I like to kind of look at and guess to see, does this answer make sense? So I'll do, like, instead of 27, I'll use 25. Instead of 3.14, I'll use 3 because I can do it in my head. 3 times 25 is 75. So this is in the ballpark. If I were to get 8,478, I'll know, oh, I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't deal with my decimal. Okay? And one other thing I wanted to point out is that it's possible that you're going to be given this height and not this one, but you can still figure it out by using the Pythagorean theorem. So you'll just have to add another step into here where you're figuring out, r squared plus h squared, whatever that is, and that's going to equal to your lateral slant height squared. And then you'll just have to solve for this. Okay, and that'll actually be something good you can do. You can figure out now, you can figure out what is the height here based on this being 6 centimeters and this being 3 centimeters. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one.